Hello, this is my Citroen C4 VTS 180. For now, in about a week's time, or a week and a day's time, there will be a raffle. And this car, well, it's the prize. This car will be given away to someone who has bought a ticket for £1. Crazy, isn't it? Now, if you're watching this and it's before the 30th of November, congratulations, the raffle is still open. If you're watching it after the 30th of November or after 7 o'clock at night on the 30th of November, unlucky, it ended. With that out of the way, Citroen C4 VTS 180. This is a car I've owned before. I have had this car on the dyno before. It has been on here actually quite a lot, so I roughly know what's going to happen. But let's pretend, just for fun, that I don't. So this is a 2-litre naturally aspirated inline-4 twin cam with variable valve timing. It's the last Citroen, I say hot hatch, it's not a hot hatch, but it's spicy-ish hatch. Mild, it's a Corma. It's the last Citroen Corma naturally aspirated engine in the lineage of the Saxo VTS or the AX GT or the BX16 valve. There's one of them on the ramp behind you. C2, Zara VTS, you name it, and then all the Peugeots they're related to. After this, they went for the Prince engine. I have actually done a dyno on one of those already. It's here. And the link is there. Now, I'm putting this car on the dyno. Well, I say it's a bit of a risk because people have bought tickets for this. If I put it on here and blow it up, I have trouble. And if I put it on here and it does really badly, well, it's not my problem. They bought it for £1. So what do we know about these cars? Well, the engine in this car is the EW10 J4 RS. I haven't put one of these engines on this dyno in this series, on these videos yet. I have put a similar engine, Kelly's Pug, a very pink Peugeot 206 GTI, that used the EW10 J4S, not the RS. This one has a variable valve timing system and cylinder head developed by Lotus with a kind of equal length-ish exhaust manifold on the back. Citroen did take their naturally aspirated engines quite seriously in this kind of style that we have, where you have an engine that's canted back with a big alloy inlet manifold on the front of it. They took this kind of thing seriously. Well, Peugeot took it seriously because it's a Peugeot engine. And it's other Peugeots that you'll see this engine in because it was only fitted to the C4 VTS. There is no other Citroen that uses this spec of engine. The most common car that you will find this engine in is the Peugeot 206 GTI 180, or in other countries, I think it's known as the 206 RC. There was also a 307, I think, that used the, was it a feline or something like that? Someone told me it was called a feline once, and I thought, that can't be true, that's rubbish, but whatever. One thing these engines have in common, regardless of the car they're in, and I can attest to this, is it might be called a Citroen C4 VTS 180, but they don't make 180. So that means it takes a departure from the line of sort of Peugeot Citroen cars that overproduce from the factory. I had a lot of cars on here. The Peugeot, I've had a 205, I've had a 106, I've had Saxos, I've had BXs, I've had lots of different cars that have overproduced. And I've had cars that have done moon miles and still made the book figures. So it goes to show, power-wise, they're always on the money. But not these. They're just not. They're just not. I've dynoed 3 of these, all this colour as well, 3 of these. This car, when it first came on the dyno a few years ago, made 163, I think. Bearing in mind the book figure is 177. Now, I made my own induction kit for this car, lovingly crafted it, and the man who bought the car off me sold it to someone, and that person is the guy I bought it back off, and he threw the induction kit away. I am fine. No, I'm fine. Today, we are back on the airbox, although there's a pipe missing off it and a resonator box missing, which means this car sounds amazing on here. And also, we are back on the original airbox, and we have done, it has done another 45,000 miles since I last did it. In fact, no, it's probably more than that. It's probably 50,000 miles. This car has done 180,000 miles, which that's 300,000 kilometres, isn't it? Pretty sure that's 300,000 kilometres. So for a 2-litre petrol car from 2006, that's quite a lot. Now I'm going to run it on here. I'm pretty sure this car is going to achieve two things today. I think it's going to be the furthest from the book figure Peugeot Citroen engine car that we've had. I genuinely think it will, because these just don't hit the numbers they're supposed to. I also think this is going to be the best sounding 4-cylinder petrol that's been on here so far. Just wait. Just wait. It sounds mental. Let's have a quick look at the engine before we get going. You will have to excuse the noise outside. It is raining because it's England. I hope the mics can't pick it up, but they might be able to. And here we have, I can never remember where the bloody thing is. There it is. Aluminium bonnet on that as well. That is light. I think that's very, very close to hitting my face there. So there is the EW10 J4 RS. And already I can see a problem, which I'm going to have to sort out before I do this. It would appear that this BMW intake pipe, which has been bodged on, has almost collapsed in on itself. Excellent. Right, well, I'll sort that out quickly, and then I'll come back to the video, because that will restrict it. Right, well, that's as good as I can get that. If it doesn't make its book figure, we have a caveat already that that pipe there does not fit properly. So if you do win this car, I was going to try and get an induction kit done for this, but I can't, because I can't get the bits that I used originally. But I was going to try and recreate the one I had, but I can't do it at this stage. Thank you to, well, Brexit, basically, because the people I bought the bits off in Europe won't supply us anymore. So this is the engine, as I say, 1997cc, twin overhead cam, variable valve timing, cylinder head developed by Lotus, apparently. That's what I've read in a French magazine with my Google translator. It's not a gutsy engine, it's not a torquey engine, this is a very peaky engine. The figures are written here on the bonnet. That's the book figures. Yeah, I can't remember what this did last time, but it wasn't a million miles off, but apart from with the horsepower with the airbox, it really, yeah, that seems to suck quite a lot out of it. So we will see what happens. Okay, time for the results. Oh, wow, I really didn't expect that. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm stood here going, oh wow, like 171.9, you know, and it's supposed to be 177. You think I'd be bummed out? No, not at all. For one of these, that's pretty good. To its found power. I mean, you could probably hear that the resonator is missing. It sounds amazing. It's just, yeah. You can probably hear that it's missing on the way up there, but maybe that's the thing that restricts it. But I mean, that's really good, really, really good. I'm so happy with that. Do you know, I wasn't confident. I thought what I was going to have to do is come up with excuses as to why it only made 158 or 159 or 160 for the people that are going to, well, for the person who eventually ends up winning this car, because I thought it was going to struggle. Having done these before in all sorts of temperatures, conditions, the corrected figure takes into account temperature and everything, so that shouldn't affect it at all. But I thought I was going to be in for a rough ride with that, and I'm not. I'm delighted. I've never been so happy to be just over 5 horsepower short of what I should have. So that's going to be your variable valve timing then, kicking in. Torque is a little squirrely. I think this would even out with, I mean, it's only running E10. It's got cheap supermarket fuel in it. Don't know when it last had plugs. Don't know when it last, I mean, you know, I think it's fine. I don't think it needs anything, but, you know, there's a lot of unknowns, and so I'm sure that could be smoothed out. Wow, I mean, I'm delighted with that. I really am. Right, moved inside the cabin. Just put the window up. Let's see what it's like in here. It's going to beep because the handbrake's up. I'll put the handbrake up for security. Run number 2. There you go, it's beeping. So as with all these, we go to 4th gear. And off she goes. I let it sit on the limiter there so you could see it flashing red. I'd love to demonstrate the steering wheel to you and how cool that is, but that would result in a crash. It's steaming up as well because I've turned the aircon off. I've also killed the economy doing this. But oh, these have got potential. Right, let's go and have a look. Well, that's nothing if not consistent, isn't it? 171.3. I mean, I cannot complain. That is about as good as I would have hoped for today. That is excellent. Run number 3, 171.5 at 6.9, 152 pound-foot, 4.6 again. This is consistent. It's done 171 repeatedly. So there we go. I'm actually giving away a good car. Well, there we go. If you've if you've bought a ticket to win this, you could be getting 171 horsepower, which is, in the grand scheme of things, not very much. Most family cars these days have 5,000, but for one of them, that is very good. Yeah, it runs until the raffle, that is. It runs until the 30th of November, 7 o'clock. We're doing a live stream coming online, and we're going to be all together when the raffle ends, and I discover which person it is who's won this car, and hopefully I cross every finger and toe I have that it's not someone I don't like.